Hello everyone, welcome back to another informative video. This is actually an update of the Arugula experiment, and this is the bed that we are running the experiment with. Straight off the bat, if you look closely, you'll see that we have consistent yellowing still, right? You can also notice um, greenery as well, not only yellowing, you're also noticing greenness of leaves. So what I want to tell you is that, remember in the past video told you that um, there were symptoms of chlorosis, and that was basically when they were coming out of week 1 going into week 2. They were showing chlorosis at a very early stage, and this is actually 3 weeks after, or 3 weeks later. However, in the second week, I actually increased the ppm. It was between 13 to 1400 ppm. This is coming to the end of the third week, and uh, I've basically increased the ppm to 1500. So we're approaching the original 3 beds. If you have been following my videos, you'd have known the 3 beds. This is one, this is one, and this is the other. So we have 3 beds of arugula here, right? That were basically severely yellowed. They're still severely yellowed, but if you look in especially this bed, you will realize that maybe maybe 60% of these plant leaves have gotten green, right? So what this is saying is, since the ppm was increased, more of the leaves start getting greener, or the plants start getting greener. And if you look in all 3 beds, you'll notice it, but it is more apparent or more visible in this bed, right? So, and as I said, this is because of an increase in ppm of nutrients. So this is basically the experiment that I'm doing over there, right? But I haven't gotten it correct as possible. However, our hypothesis seems to be correct so far, because our hypothesis was basically that the plants are showing chlorosis because of insufficient nutrients, right? And this here proves that indeed the plants were getting insufficient nutrients. That is why they're showing chlorosis, because as soon as you increase the ppm, they start getting greener. So what I'm going to do next is that, now that we have realized through this bed here, and also through my experiment, right, we have realized that okay, then it is indeed an increase insufficient nutrients. What I'm going to do now, we need to solve, we need to find out at what stage we need to increase the ppm. And remember earlier I told you that those that I planted down there started showing chlorosis from call it, I think, the beginning of the second week. They start showing chlorosis. So that goes to show that the plant taking up the nutrients very fast, the arugula taking up the nutrients very fast, and the arugula themselves developing very fast. So I would say not to run a full week of 1000 ppm, but maybe run part of, as soon as they germinate, and they start putting on true leaf, I'd basically keep that stage at 1000 ppm. But as soon as they putting on more leaves and getting a little bit taller, like for example maybe in the second week, like the first part of the second week, like the second day in the second week, we basically increase it to like maybe 1300 ppm, right? 1300 ppm. And then at the end of the second week, we basically increase it to like maybe 1500 ppm, right? And then watch it from there. So that is the thing with experiments, right? You find that your hypothesis, it might needs adjustment. So it's like when you find out a set of information in your first experiment, you find that your experiment will also lead you into conducting other experiments, or additional aspects of the same experiment, which is what we are doing. So we're not going to stop until we get this arugula nutrition correct. I don't think it is a lack of um, like certain nutrients are not a part of the solution. I think it's just um, frankly the plant um, needing to take up more of the nutrients that is in the solution, right? Which means that the EC or the ppm needs to be increased, right? So I hope you understand the discussion. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. So if you have any questions, any comments about the arugula, just put them in the comments here, and please remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.